In a previous video I started the truck for the first time and then I discovered the leak in the radiator. It's time to sort that out, man. Welcome back to the shop, you guys. If you don't know me, my name is Duff. So yeah, in order to solve my problem I called a few local auto parts stores, but there were two issues. Number one, they don't have any radiators in stock like this. They're going to have to order it in, so I'm going to have to wait some time, and I don't want to wait anymore.
No, sir.
And number two, they want more than 2,100 rands for a new piece of aluminium and plastic shit radiator. That's like, I don't know, around 125 US dollars. I don't want to spend that kind of money on my budget build.
No, sir.
So I've been thinking about it. I'm going to come up with a bush mechanic plan. So the problem is that tiny little hole right there. You have to look carefully, but I'm sure you can see it.
Yes, sir.
I must have banged the radiator against something when I took it out, and then I nicked it right there. So there's two things I can think of to try. I can use this needle nose pliers, try to pinch that hole closed, and then throw this stuff into the cooling system. That's one option. I'm not sure that I like the idea of throwing some chemicals in there, but apparently many people do it. Or I can use this stuff. My South African friends will know this product. It's been on the market for many years, and it's got a good reputation. It's essentially a type of an epoxy. I'm sure different things are available in different parts of the world, which is exactly the same thing, just got a different brand name. So I think I'm going to try to do my repair with this stuff. I don't know, I just don't like this idea of throwing chemicals into my cooling system. The worst that can happen is that it doesn't work. It starts leaking again. Then we can try another plan. So I broke away some of the fins in this area just to give me some working space. I've cleaned up that whole area with a tiny needle file so that the aluminum is nice and clean and fresh. Remember, this is bush mechanics, eh? So I'm just going to squeeze out some equal amounts of my potion here on a piece of scrap plate. Let's mix that up, and then we can put it on there. Okay, so I'm going to put on a blob of this stuff in this area. It's also why I broke those little fins off, so that I can get a nice bit of this stuff on here, a little blob. Something like that. And then I'm going to let this cure and we'll give it a try. Well, I've sold this engine, so I'm just going to get it on a pallet there for easier shipment. Heavy old thing. So I've got it tied down to the pallet and it's ready to be loaded onto my truck. So this is a Perkins 247 straight 6 diesel engine. Actually came out of a Ford F100 here from the 70s factory. And I pretty much think that it was only in South Africa that they actually built Fords with this engine in. I could be wrong, maybe Australia as well. Definitely not the States. So let me get this butchered thing back in here. You know, I always ask, what is worst case scenario? And in this case, worst case scenario will be just that it will still leak. And if it doesn't leak, then I'll be happy. And my plan B will be to put in that leak stop stuff. And if that still doesn't work, then plan B, no, plan C will be to buy a new one. Let's see how it goes. Luckily the leak is in a inconspicuous place, I'll easily see it. I've also got a temperature gauge in the truck. I'll keep my eye on that. So let's give it a shot. This bottom house is a real bitch to get on, but let's give it a go. Alright, that's in place. Just gotta tighten it up. So did you know that antifreeze has got like a sweet taste? I know, because some just dropped in my mouth. So this is the third time I'm putting in coolant. The first time was I discovered that it corroded Welsh plug, so I had to drain it to sort that out. Second time was when I started it for the first time and I discovered the leak in the radiator. So maybe third time lucky, eh? Full to the brim, and there's nothing dripping on the floor. I checked. Alright, so before I put all that tin work back, maybe we should just fire it up again and see if that leak repair is doing its job. No, I'm running out of battery now.
Yes, sir.
Why? I need to charge the battery first. Let's get some juice into this battery so we can crank this thing properly. I'm going to leave that on for a while. So it was in bulk mode when I started charging. It took a while and it's moved into absorption mode. And it will move into float mode the next step, and then we know the battery is fully charged. There you can see sometime later now we've moved into float stage. That green LED is burning. My go box is now fully tanked up.
Yes, sir.
Right, so now she's gonna crank over like a champ. And I'm not gonna give her any choke this time. I think I might have overfueled her. It's a little bit warm, so let's just give it a try. Just gonna give it a little bit of throttle here. That's what I'm talking about. I see no leaks, but let's warm her up a little bit. It's loud! Too loud! I don't know if you can hear me. That's at idle. This thing is noisy. Let's see if we have clutch. idle is a little bit high. Well then, she starts easy, she runs okay, and there's nothing falling out anymore, no more leaks. So I got her up to operating temperature, and my patch is holding here. So another question for how long, but we'll keep an eye on it. But yeah, my bush mechanic repair is working so far. And you know, I haven't even changed the plugs or the points or the oil or nothing. Everything is still as it was when I got it. So I'm going to freshen all that up a little bit down the line. But yeah, I'm pretty happy. But man, oh man, this little 4-banger is noisy. So yeah, I know it gets amplified inside the workshop, but still, I'm going to have to put a muffler in there, man. I mean, the cops are going to lock me up if I take it to town like this. I think I'm going to stick the bonnet pieces back on so she doesn't look so sad. Let's get this grill piece on here first. Already looking better. I'm just going to do some battle with a few bolts quickly. Okay, well this is bolted in place, so let me get the one half of this bonnet on here. Get the hinge pins in. Alright, that's working. Now the one here on the left side. Come on! Always one that has to give you a problem. There we go. Hinge pin in. There we go, it's in place. So I got some new dome nuts for the end of my hinge pins. They might look a little too new. Might have to make them look a little older. Well, I haven't got a windscreen yet, but I think it's time that maybe we should take the truck for a little drive. What do you think? I also think that the truck needs a name. So if there's any cool suggestions, please let me know. Maybe we can dream up a small prize for the winning name. How about that? So before I can do a little test drive, I'm going to have to move some stuff. The Triple R recovery rig is in the way. I'm going to have to maybe move this fellow a little bit to line her up, to get her out. She's been in here for a while. The old man is struggling. The jack's jammed. Right, let's try again. Maybe this time I've got the wheels lined up a bit better. Or maybe a little bit more. Come on! That was good progress. Just push it forward. Yeah, I think that'll do it, eh? Well, I discovered why this thing is so hard to push. This front wheel is a little flat, man. Well, that's better. Maybe I must just quickly check all four. Okay, let me get this rig out of the way so that we can get through. Hey man, I'm excited. It's the first time that this truck's gonna roll. Let's see. Ignition. Brakes work, clutch works. Oh, this is actually the first time I can stand back and have a look at this thing. It's so ugly that it's actually beautiful. I love it. Ah, now I see what was making the noise. The spare wheel chain is swinging around and banging. There, this thing. Well, I'm just dying to go for a further drive, but now there's rain on the horizon and I still haven't got a windscreen and I don't want to get wet. So I think we'll try that tomorrow or whenever the rain stops. Just gonna put her back in the shop. So man, I am just dying to take this truck for a little drive, but now it's late afternoon Rain is about to come down, so you're gonna have to call it a day. But at least she's rolling. I'm very happy about that. So as soon as the weather clears, we'll go for a little drive. Let me know if you'd like to come with. Thanks very much for spending time with me. I enjoyed it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, have a lekker one.